Hey music fans! As a roadie, I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road, and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios, and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie, and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. So we'll see, but this could start a whole new series. This is a track I am not familiar with, I don't think. It's Gary Moore. I've heard of Gary Moore. I know who he is. But I don't know this track, I don't think. It's Over the Hills and Far Away. Now here's the deal. I looked up Nightwish. I was just going to find a track I hadn't heard before, and I found this. And then I found out it was actually done by Gary Moore. And then I found out it had been covered by Tommy Johansson and other people that I like. So I was like, this might be really, really cool. At the very least, it's got to be a good track. Otherwise, all these people that I personally like wouldn't have covered it. Let's jump into Gary Moore's version first here. I believe this is the official music video. I think it's back in 1987. But let's give it a go and let's see how good it is. Fingers crossed. Let's do this.
They came for here one winter reach the seas, back in his arms again. She'll be over the hills and far away. He swears he will return one day, as sure as a river reach the sea. Back in his arms is where she'll be. Over the hills and far away. She prays he will return one day, as sure as the rivers reach the sea. Back in her arms is where he'll be. Over the
Got a smile out of the little kid at the end. Got a smile out of me, the big kid. That was super, super good. I loved the video itself. I thought the video looked awesome. I liked him standing there on this cool set. Very 80s, very neat. Super 80s hair. I dug it. Lyrically, we got to listen to the lyrics a little more, but it was pretty tough guy stuff. You know, spent the night with his best friend's wife, and then he went to jail. This guy. So, I don't know. I listened to it slightly unfairly, possibly, because I was intrigued knowing what did Nightwish do with this track? What did Tommy Johansson do with this track? What did Dan Vasc do with this track? Because I've cheated and I've seen ahead. So a little bit cheat on Gary Moore in that I didn't listen to it full for him. But I loved how he performed it. It's got a cool hook. The violin was super cool, man. Super, super, super cool. Love that there was a clarinet in there. I used to play clarinet very poorly, but I dig the instrument. So I think this is neat. Now, I did find a live version of him doing this in 2010, so it's way ahead. We're going to jump into that next, and I'm going to give it a go before I jump into anybody else's. I want to understand Gary's original version as well as I can. And what I'm smiling about here is I'm super stoked about jumping into this song deep because I think this song's awesome. So let's do this, guys. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.